Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Amaterasu, and today we'll be covering the PS5 and the Xbox Series X 1 year later. Now, if you've been following the news circuit and content circuit around these consoles and their comment sections, you'll see that the fanboy wars are back in full effect. To separate the wheat from the chaff, I decided to buy an Xbox Series X and put it through its paces so we can see what's really good between the two leading next-gen consoles. In this video, we put the PS5 and the Xbox Series X head-to-head to separate the noise from reality. We'll be comparing the UI UX. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so let's start with the first thing you notice when you turn on one of these new consoles. That's the UI UX. Now, I'm not going to be covering the aesthetics because that's a personal preference. And just so you know, my personal preference is the PS5. But we're going to be covering the functionality and ease of use. Let's dive in.
For navigation, let's kick things off with the Xbox. I'm going to come at this from a first-time user's perspective to start. As someone new to the Xbox ecosystem, navigating the Xbox UI can be very confusing. However, with some patience and time, you can get accustomed somewhat to their design choice and reap the benefits of their many features. Windows. When you first land on the dashboard, you'll be greeted with a cluster of tiles. One on the left, which indicates what menu item you're on, and several on the right of varying sizes with multiple options under that section. On the default home section, you'll see all the recent games and apps you've opened. Scroll down on the left and you'll move on to other menu items. This sidebar is fully customizable and you can create your own custom sections or menu items where you can curate apps and games. A bit long figuring it out, but convenient once done. Once over a menu item, you can move right again to select any submenu item or tile. To view all your games, you can navigate to the home section of your dashboard and select View All Games. Or you can press the Xbox button and that brings up a pop-up window for quick access to recent apps, your games library, and downloads. You also have tabs for friends, party chat, game activity, share, and your system account by default. You can press the View button to access further quick settings. While on the dashboard, you can press Y at any time to search if you do not wish to navigate the dashboard to find what you're looking for. Also, while moving around the UI is snappy, opening tiles is not always the case as the system has to load individual apps for things like Game Pass or the store. The wait time isn't that long, but it does feel like a small hiccup when trying to get to what you're looking for. You can press the menu button for extra options on any tile. It is also possible to customize your background color and set your theme to light or dark mode. For longtime Xbox fans who play daily, none of this is new, as it is the same UI across the current and previous generation.
For the PS5, things are a bit more simple and snappy. But if you're upgrading from the PS4, be prepared to be confused frequently, as unlike the Xbox, this is a completely new user interface, and things that your brain was trained to do on the PS4 do not translate directly to the PS5, even though at the base of the PS5 UI, it's still an elevated cross-media bar.
The PS5 still operates much the same as the PS4 when you log in. You're greeted with a set of square icons representing your games. Unlike the PS4, your games and media are now separated. You can press L1 or R1 to switch between the tabs at any time, or you can navigate to the top with the up button and switch by pressing left and right on the D-pad. On the same level as tab selection, you have your search icon, settings, and account icon. To quickly access these on the dashboard, tap triangle and you will automatically be over the search icon. Keep this in mind as it's repeatable in the store as well. By default, all your recent games or media will show up in chronological order, and at the far right will be an option to view all your games or media depending on the tab you are on. Works well enough, but you don't have the ability for themes or to make folders as you had on the PS4 or like you have on the Xbox One, Series X, Series S, and Xbox One S. When viewing all your library, it is split into a few sections by tabs. For games, these are installed games, your collection, PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation Now. You have the ability to filter by A through Z, Z through A, platform, which is PS4, PS5, date, and size in ascending or descending order. When viewing your entire collection, you have a few more options, including genre, source, which is PSN, PS Store, or PS Now, and a toggle for hidden items. On the PS Now tab, you also get a filter for most recently played. Back on the Install tab, your games are split by console and extended storage. Console storage is at the top, with extended storage at the bottom. On my PS5, it works out that PS5 games are at the top and all others at the bottom because I've set only PS5 games to install on the internal storage. Everything else is on my external drive. That covers it for your game library, and back at the dashboard, if we tap triangle to get to the top menu and select search, you'll be greeted with a search bar and a bunch of trending games below it in case what you're looking for is already there. With the built-in mic, you can also choose to search by voice if you don't feel like using your pad to input keys, and it works very well. By default, you are searching all games, apps, players, and media, but you can also use L1 and R1 to switch between tabs here and focus solely on games, media, or players. Back to dashboard and next to search is settings, which holds all your available settings in a simple list, very similar to the PS4 and PS3. And finally, your account icon, which brings a drop-down similar to Xbox's Xbox button, but with only one screen that shows your online status, your profile, trophies, and a switch user option and a logout option. Whew, okay, we're almost wrapped up with the UI, hang in there. Just like the Xbox, when we press the PS button, we get the quick menu that pops up. On the PS5, this is designed to be less intrusive, so it pops up as a translucent bar with solid icons at the bottom of the screen. This can be accessed in-game or on the system dashboard. This is basically a fully customizable launcher, thanks to some recent firmware updates, that gives you access to quick actions like switching between games, and no, this is not quick resume, viewing friends and managing parties, selecting a music provider, and playing music while gaming. Currently, you can only use Spotify and Apple Music for this feature. I'm still holding out hope for YouTube Music, Tidal, and Deezer. Next, you have broadcast settings for live streaming to Twitch or YouTube, network settings, status, downloads, uploads, sounds, mic, controller, accessories, the same account menu available in the top menu bar, and finally, power settings. You can add or remove and relocate any of these options on this quick access menu bar so it suits your needs. The only thing left to discuss UI UX wise for both systems is the store, but I'll go ahead and do that in our next video, which covers the store section for both the Xbox Series X and PS5.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification icon so that you get notified every single time we drop a new video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And next, we'll be covering the differences between the services of the Xbox Series consoles and the PS5. See you there.